In today's video, we are going to discuss strengthening your skills in entrepreneurship and in resiliency. Let's start with entrepreneurship. Traditionally, you might think that entrepreneurship is a skill that only entrepreneurs can have, so that if you don't own your own business, you don't have the skill. But that's not true. That is not the interpretation that we're taking here. The article is helping us to understand that the interpretation of entrepreneurship as a skill is the practice of seeing opportunity amongst challenge, seeing opportunity, and then choosing to take appropriate risks to offer new value to your workplace. And here's a really simple way to start practicing and strengthening your skill of entrepreneurship. It's simply asking the question, and what else, for potential solutions to problems. So for example, think about a current problem in your life, nothing really big, something like, what are we gonna have for dinner? And you start with an initial idea of baked chicken. And then instead of stopping with that initial idea, push yourself by asking, what else might be a different solution? And then shifting it to, all right, well, we could do fish. Well, what else might be a possible solution? And as you are pushing yourself to not be satisfied with the initial idea that you have and pushing yourself beyond that, you are going to start practicing your strengthening of the skill for entrepreneurship. Now, the skill of resilience is closely related to the skill of entrepreneurship. And the article reminded us that there can be 3 steps in this process of strengthening resilience. So we are aware that new information is coming in, and then we take time to make sense of that new information. We're synthesizing that information. And then finally, we're going to do something with that new information. We might be using it to reinvent something, to innovate something new, or to solve problems. So a way to practice resilience immediately is to build on other people's new ideas. So let's take this idea of figuring out what's for dinner, and you're with somebody else who makes a suggestion, and they say, let's make some homemade pizza for our dinner. And this time, as you're practicing building resilience, you're going to stick with that idea and you're going to build on it. So you've taken in their new information. Let's do homemade pizza. You've made sense of what that could look like. And now you're going to build on that idea. You're going to continue innovating that idea. And so here's where you might suggest what toppings. You might ask questions about what sort of crust will you be after for your homemade pizza. Building on other people's ideas can absolutely help you strengthen the important skill of resiliency. So I hope that you've got a few tidbits out of this video, and join us next time where we will discuss the skills of optimism and imagination, and also the skills of rapport and relationship.